Everyone in that room, the officers, the witnesses, even the stern-faced detective, turned to look at her. Her messy brown hair fell over her face, her clothes were worn out, and her eyes, those deep, innocent eyes, shimmered with tears and fire. "Sweetheart," said Officer Reynolds, crouching down beside her, trying to sound gentle. "Your father's been arrested for theft. There's nothing you can do." But the girl didn't blink. She looked straight at the old man sitting in the wheelchair near the desk, the man whose expensive suit screamed authority and whose cold expression could silence a crowd. He was Mr. Harold Kent, the richest man in town, but also the one who couldn't walk since a tragic accident years ago. "You're wrong," the girl whispered. "If you free my dad, I'll make you walk again." The room went silent. Then came the laughter, loud, mocking, almost cruel. A little girl, maybe 8, maybe 9, claiming she could heal a man the best doctors couldn't? Absurd. Even the old man let out a dry chuckle, shaking his head. "Child, you should be in school, not making foolish promises." But she didn't flinch. "My dad didn't steal your watch," she said, her small voice steady. "He was fixing the broken lamp near your office window when your bodyguard dropped it. I saw it. He's innocent." The chief frowned. "We have witnesses." "Witnesses can lie," she interrupted softly. "But the truth doesn't." Something in her tone silenced even the officer. Her father, Daniel, looked broken, a man once proud, now weary and chained. He worked as a repairman, doing odd jobs around the city just to feed his daughter after his wife's death. He never complained, never asked for more. But today, fate had dragged him into something much darker. Mr. Kent stared at the girl again. "You think you can heal me? Do you even know who I am?" "I don't need to know," she replied. "I just need you to believe." The room filled again with whispers. Someone snickered, "Kids these days." But there was something unsettling, a strange, almost electric tension in the air. The little girl, Lily, walked slowly toward the old man, her steps firm despite the tears on her cheeks. "Please," she said quietly, placing her small hand over his lifeless leg. "If I can't make you walk, you can lock my dad away forever." Even Daniel shook his head. "Lily, no, stop." But she closed her eyes. No one understood what happened next. At first, there was only silence. Then a faint hum filled the room, a warmth that seemed to rise from nowhere. Mr. Kent gasped. It was as if his feet were burning, alive. He looked down. And for the first time in 7 years, he could feel his toes move. The laughter died instantly. Every pair of eyes in that room widened as Mr. Kent, trembling, disbelieving, tried to lift himself from his chair. And he did. A step. Then another. The cane fell from his hand as tears streamed down his face. The impossible had happened right there, in front of everyone. Lily smiled faintly and whispered, "Told you so." The officers stood frozen. The chief mumbled a prayer under his breath. Daniel couldn't move, his heart was pounding too fast, torn between disbelief and pride. Mr. Kent, still trembling, turned to her father and said in a shaky voice, "Release him. Right now." The keys jingled. The cuffs came off. No one said a word. But from that day on, no one in that station ever forgot the name Lily Carter, the little girl who made a miracle happen for love. Chapter 2: The Miracle's Price. Word spread like wildfire. Rich man healed by little girl. Child miracle or coincidence? News vans parked outside their small home, and strangers came from miles away, some begging for blessings, others wanting proof. Lily didn't understand any of it. She just wanted her dad to smile again. But miracles, as the world learns again and again, come with a price. Daniel's health began to fade weeks later. He'd wake up gasping for air, his hands trembling. Doctors found nothing wrong, but he knew. Somehow, he had given something away that day. Mr. Kent visited often, guilt heavy on his shoulders. He'd bring food, gifts, and even offered Daniel a job at his company. But Daniel politely refused each time. "I don't want payment," he said weakly. "Just promise me you'll always look after her." One cold evening, Lily found her father sitting by the window, staring at the sunset. His smile was soft, but distant. "Daddy, you're gonna be okay, right?" she whispered. He touched her hair gently. "As long as you keep smiling, sweetheart, I'll always be okay." That night, he passed away in his sleep. Lily cried until her voice broke. Mr. Kent buried him in the greenest field outside town, the same place where Daniel used to fix old lamps for free. Months passed. The world moved on. But one morning, as Mr. Kent came to visit Lily, now living with his family, he saw something that froze him in place. She was sitting in the garden, eyes closed, her hands on a small bird with a broken wing. A glow, faint but real, surrounded them. The bird fluttered and flew. Lily looked up and smiled. Mr. Kent felt his throat tighten. "Lily, what are you?" he whispered. She shook her head softly. "Just someone Daddy taught to believe that love can fix anything." He turned away, tears in his eyes. From that day on, Mr. Kent used his wealth not for business, but for people, orphanages, hospitals, and shelters, all in Daniel Carter's name. And Lily? She grew up to become a healer, not by magic, but through medicine and compassion. She built a hospital for children who had no one, the same way she once had no one but her dad.